me on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now we're good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Quincy. Baldwin Elementary School is where we are inside of Blue Devil Gymnasium as we get ready to bring you Class 4A Regional Championship game between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Quincy Blue Devils. My name is Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along as well as we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 21-11 under their 14th year head coach Darren Lee, who has a winning record at Collinsville High School, 252 wins, 166 losses, 34th year overall for Coach Lee, 717 wins in his career with 309 losses. Quincy, they are coached by Andy Douglas. He is in his 9th year, and he brings his squad in here with a record of 25-4 this year. And for Coach Douglas, he has a record of 164 wins and 68 losses. Looking at the numbers right off the bat, points for Collinsville averaging 58.3 per game. Quincy just a tad better than that at 59.7. As the defense goes, Collinsville allowing 49.3 points per game, while Quincy comes in averaging a dead even 44 points per game. Collinsville, they're coming off a very well-balanced 71-56 win over Edwardsville Wednesday night with all 5 starters hitting for double digits in points in that regional semifinal. Senior Jake Wilkinson led the way with 20. Junior Zach Chambers was a beast in that game. He had a double-double with 11 points and 11 rebounds. Kahawks took advantage of 24 fouls called against Edwardsville High School by hitting 24 of 29 free throws, and Collinsville only turned the ball over 8 times in that contest. Quincy got here after dispatching the Alton Redbirds in a first round regional semifinal Wednesday night, 71-42. Quincy held Alton to only 4 points in the opening quarter. It was 19-4. Alton would figure some things out as they would hit for 38 points over the remainder of the game, but just wasn't enough as the Blue Devils would score 52 points during that same final three-quarter stretch. We say hello now to Chris Kettler on the other microphone. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Oh, very well. Welcome, everybody. It's a nice crowd filing in here at Quincy Blue Devil Gym. So hopefully the Cows can get this regional championship game.
I believe we would be doing okay if we kind of duplicated Wednesday night's performance.
Oh, sure. If you like the balance scoring, get everybody in the act doing their part. That's really what you need. This is the game I think we thought that a lot of people thought we would get to. The Cahoks and Quincy battling for the regional title, the ups and downs of this season here, and they're going to play here in a very hostile environment tonight.
Yes, that they are. All right, that's Chris Kettler. My name is Todd Duke. And our first break coming up. We'll come back and talk things over with Blue Devils head coach Andy Douglas, and we'll do that next on the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Quincy and Collinsville tonight, tangling in the 4A Regional Championship at Quincy. Visiting with us now, Andy Douglas. He is the head coach of the Quincy Blue Devils. Coach, 25-4 season on the heels of a 28-win season. You guys are rolling.
They're playing pretty well. We've been proud of the steps that we've made, the progress that we've made, and to beat teams like we're going to see tonight, you're going to have some of that.
You got a couple of losses to Moline. They're really good. MacArthur, they're really good. I don't know much about Staley High School, but they've only lost 2 games, so they're really good. All in all, I mean, only 4 losses on the year. You got to be pretty pleased.
We are. A couple, those games that you mentioned, those are games that we've gotten better, from, and that level of competition is extremely high. Moline, what they've done in the state this year, and Staley, one of the probably the best team overall that we've faced this year. So it's put us in position to play in games like this and big moments like this. So, it's always fun going up against really good competition because it's going to make you better.
All right, talk to us about your 71-42 win over Alton in the regional semifinal and your thoughts on that contest.
Honestly, and this is probably just coach talk, a lot of people after the games, you guys did this, you did this really well, they look great, and then on our end, it's like, okay, we looked okay, but we didn't look great. There's still a lot of things we need to clean up, but I think that's to be said about almost every game that you're going to play. But I like the way that our guys came out. Being off as long as we were prior to this game was a little different, and I thought our guys came out with a different level of energy. Obviously, the first couple minutes were a little sloppy, and we thought we'd have a little bit of that, but they found a way to pull away, so we were happy with that.
All right, what worries you the most about facing the Collinsville Kahawks?
They can hurt you at a lot of different positions. We were able to watch them play, obviously, over at Collinsville, watch them play last night, and I've watched them on film probably 6-7 times after that. So they got guys that can shoot it from anywhere on the floor, guys that can shoot the pull-up game that, we haven't seen a whole lot of this year. And then, obviously, the bigs that they have on the inside, with that size, if they catch it too deep, they're dangerous. So it's not just one area of the game that they can hurt you with. They can hurt you with a lot of different things. And, for us to pull out a win tonight, it's going to take us to have a complete game.
What worries you the most about the Quincy Blue Devils?
Really just, and this is something that we've talked about all season, but with our team as young as it is, not getting too high when things are going really well and not getting too low when things aren't going well. It's easy to play with a lot of passion and energy when your shots are falling and things look good, but when your shots aren't falling and you've had a couple turnovers, are you able to put those things behind and still play for each other? And that's the big thing going into this game. I mean, that's something that when we have lost has hurt us at times. And that's something that we can't let hurt us this time.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Absolutely, man. Good to see you.
All right, that is Coach Andy Douglas of the Quincy Blue Devils. We'll take a break here and talk things over with Collinsville head coach Darren Lee when the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions, kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways.
Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back in Quincy, this time for a regional championship match with the hometown Quincy Blue Devils. As we talk things over now with Collinsville's head coach Darren Lee. Coach, 71-56 win in the regional semifinal over Edwardsville. Your thoughts on that regional semifinal?
Well, we did a lot of things we wanted to do in that game, and we did a much better job rebounding the basketball, and they still shot it well against us. They've shot it well in all three games. But we really hurt them on the glass, and didn't turn the basketball over and played well and got ahead of them. And then we can make free throws down the stretch. We have jinxes, but we have so far this year.
All-around performance by your team. All 5 of your starters hit for double digits. That's got to be encouraging.
It was. Adam Remar hit some big threes there. They left him open and knocked a couple down in the third quarter. And, we had everybody, starting five, all did a nice job.
You talked about the rebounds already. You almost doubled them up on rebounds 2-1. So a big part of your game, and that really played well into what you guys were doing.
Yeah, we went and got some early rebounds and didn't give them any second shots. And, that's something we emphasized in the three practice days we had for them. So, among some other things, but we having Adam, of course, we hadn't had Adam for a few games. That helped us a lot too.
Let's talk about some individual performances. Junior Zach Chambers got a double-double, 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, did a great job. And he was guarding 21 on the other team. Kloster is a good player, so he did a good job there as well.
Jake Wilkinson, 20 points from your senior leader. No surprise, really.
No, but they were really draped on him and Jamori, and I thought that we would get more shots for Nick and Adam, and when we did for Adam, not as many for Nick, but yeah, he did pretty good. But they were really focused on him.
You mentioned Adam Remar already. Man, what a strong performance by him.
Yeah, Adam played well. He did a lot of things right, and just and those, like I said, those two big threes he hit, and got some buckets got some shots around the bucket down as well.
Quincy, they like to shoot the three-pointer, so you got that to worry about tonight. But when needed, they can be tough in the paint as well.
Well, them attacking the basket, their ball screens are tough, and whether we play them, we'll play them man, but some teams have played them zone just to keep them from attacking the basket, and that would keep Zach in the middle. But we'll try to guard them, and hopefully we can handle mainly those screens on the ball were 42 screening for 12 and 3 and 4, and they're good players, and and we've got a lot of stats on them, and their threes have been, I think they're kind of a streaky bunch. Hopefully they don't get on a roll, but they can score in bunches, and so we have to weather some storms, I'm sure, tonight.
Talk to me about Quincy's defense. What worries you the most about the Blue Devils' defense?
Well, it's a defense that we don't see, and I just wish we'd had a couple more days like we had the Edwardsville game. They try to match up in their zone, and they do a pretty good job of it. Hopefully we can move the basketball and find some shooters and knock down some threes. I think we're going to get hopefully some open looks out of Jamori and Jake, and then find Zach around the bucket, and then Nick and Adam mix in there as well. But their defense, they do a good job with the matchup. Hopefully we can make some cuts and get them confused. But like I said, it's something we haven't seen a lot, and we hardly ever see much zone. Everything we see is man to man. So it's just something that it's a defense we haven't seen, nobody plays in our conference.
What are the keys for you guys to come out victorious tonight?
Well, we're going to have to make some shots. I think we're going to have to knock some shots down. Hopefully, limit their not let them get on any runs. With their, they've got some offensive kids that are pretty explosive. Got to keep the big kid off the glass. 42. He's a good offensive rebounder. And like I said, to throw in our man-to-man, 42 screening the ball. That probably worries me the most, how we're going to handle that. Last year we guarded them pretty good. We just didn't get quite enough points. I watched the tape in the sectional. We just, but we were able to switch all those ball screens with Clark and Swigert, and it's going to be, we're a little different. We're a much different team this year, but that worries me. And they're just a good basketball team. So.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for the visit.
All right, thanks, Todd.
That is Darren Lee, your Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we will set the starting five for each side, and we'll do that in just moments on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting.
former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Once again, welcome back to Quincy, Illinois. Baldwin Elementary School. Blue Devils Gymnasium is where we are. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. We're just about ready to go between these two schools, Collinsville and Quincy. Here are your starters. We'll begin with the Quincy Blue Devils. Ralph Wires, the 5'9 junior. Camden Brown, the 6'5 junior. Tyler Sprick, the 6'2 junior. Bradley Longcore, the 6'3 sophomore. And Keyshawn Thomas, the 6'6 sophomore. Collinsville trotting out the usual five suspects. Nick Horace, the 6'3 junior. Jamari Weisinger, the 6' junior. Jake Wilkinson, the 6'4 senior. Adam Remar, the 6'6 senior. And Zach Chambers, the 6'8 junior. Chris Kettler on the other microphone. Your thoughts on the two coaches' interviews?
Well, it's two coaches that are very well prepared. They know what they're going up against. They got their teams ready. You know, Coach Lee touched on it and said, you know, everybody's got to do their part here tonight. If you get the wide open shots, we got to knock them down. You got to rebound. It's the big time game. It's what the whole season's been building towards.
All right, both teams have been introduced. National anthem has been played. We're ready to go. Collinsville, of course, the road team out there in their purple uniforms, trimmed in white, numbers in white, as the Blue Devils are out there in the home white uniforms, numbers in blue, trimmed in blue down the sides, and the referee is making his way to the middle of the Devils' head, and we are underway. Collinsville wins the opening tip-off, and here comes Jamari Weisinger. Weisinger gets the ball over to Horace. Horace, and get that down a little bit so you don't get that nose breathing going on there.
Well, Jamari hits a three while you're adjusting my...
Yeah, right off the bat. That's the way you want to get things started, so we'll see if Quincy has an answer. Over onto the far side, that is Sprick. Back over here on the near side to Longcore, and Sprick will try a three. That one falls a little short. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. K-Hawks going to bring it back up. Looking to extend this lead. Here is Horace over to Weisinger. Back over to Nick Horace. Horace deep out at the top of the key. Gives it up now for Jamari. And he saved that one from going out of bounds. Of course, that's the toughest part that we can't see, is we can't see this near sideline.
Yeah, Longcourt swatted at it and just knocked it out of his hands, but Jamari was able to get it back, and the Cavs continue to work it around.
Here's Wilkinson over to Horace. Horace gets past one, dumps it off underneath, and waiting, and patiently off the glass for two is Zach Chambers, and Collinsville is off and running with a 5-0 lead.
Two possessions, two buckets, a little penetration there by Horace, and it just man goes with him and allows Chambers to get the bucket.
Why isn't my scoreboard popping up? There we go. Great.
Everything close out?
No, it won't pop up.
Oh. Well, Kahawks knocked that ball out of bounds, and Sprick will inbound underneath for Quincy.
Well, I am not having very much luck here with this scoreboard, and I can't keep it on my screen. All right. That's unfortunate.
Long court misses that one. Chaos clean it up quickly with another rebound.
Well, we're going to have to go without a scoreboard, kids. I can't get it to stay on the screen. There's a little fingertip roll by Jake Wilkinson. That's good for 2. And a foul to boot.
They get Thomas on the foul. Great job driving in by Jake, and Cats off to a quick 7-0 lead.
7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Wilkinson at the free throw line, where he is a 80.2% free throw shooter on the year, and he'll up that just a little bit more.
Cats were so-so in the first half of their free throws against Edwardsville on Wednesday, but really knocked them all down in the second half, and that really helped as Edwardsville just continued to foul throughout the game.
8-0 in favor of Collinsville. Quincy looking for their first bucket. Here is Sprick. Sprick out to the top for Longcore. Longcore has to go chase it down, does so before it goes out of bounds. And Longcore now at the top of the key himself. He'll bounce it up inside to Thomas. Thomas trying to muscle himself around, and that's going to go the other way. Turnover.
Horace on the big man there, and he swatted the ball out, and Thomas just continued to follow the ball, and it rolled off of his leg out of bounds.
I just don't understand why I can't get this scoreboard to stay on the screen. That's never happened before. All right, here is Horace over to Weisinger. Weisinger gets the ball over to Remar. Remar outside of the perimeter. Weisinger from the corner. Good for 3 more. Oh, boy. Weisinger on fire. Collinsville on fire. Quincy, they want a timeout. We'll take a timeout right along with them, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Quincy, where it is 11-0 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks. We're going to try to get this scoreboard back up and running, but I had to shut it down, so hopefully we'll get that back up and running for you. Here is Longcore over on the far side to Sprick, now back toward midcourt for Brown. Brown looks to drive the lane, no room there, so he'll give it out to Wires. Wires to Thomas, Thomas to Sprick, back to Longcore, long three-point shot. That one rolls across the rim, and the rebound is saved by Quincy.
Good job by Brown to fight through that and get to the ball, keep it alive for Quincy. First second chance opportunity for the Blue Devils here.
And another chance for the Blue Devils, they miss. Collinsville pulls down another rebound, and we're back the other way. Here is Nick Horace. Horace over to Weisinger. Weisinger, far side sideline, top of the key back over to Wilkinson. Inside now for Nicky Tony. Here is Remar, back over to Horace. Horace. Yeah, see, now it's not even on there, dude. All right, well, apparently we're not going to have a scoreboard tonight, kids. Apologize for that, but we'll try to keep you up to date on everything as much as we can.
Horace for 3. Yeah. Oh, that one rolls around and in. 14-0 Kahawks.
Fantastic job by the Kahawks so far. I think they are 3 for 3 from beyond the three-point stripe. 14-0. 4:15 left to play here in this opening quarter, and right now it's been all Collinsville. Here is Longcore. Longcore trying to find his way in, and we're going to have our first foul handed out to a Kahawk, and that's going to belong to Nick Horace, and each team will now have 1.
The positive thing about playing here Wednesday against Edwardsville, even though that was, silly to have those two teams come all the way, is the Kahawks got a game in this gym, and you're not coming in here after playing in Swick or wherever that game got played on Wednesday. You've had a game here in this gym, and you're kind of used to shooting.
Yeah. And a little warning there between Chambers and Thomas. I don't know what was going on there, but referee's like, you guys need to separate a little bit more. Sprick with the inbound pass, all the way back out toward midcourt. And over to Longcore. Longcore gets the ball into the hands of Brown. Brown back to Longcore. Longcore offset free throw line, gives to Sprick. Thought about the 3, takes it to the hoop, and that is the first score for Quincy. Collinsville up 14-2. Another foul coming up against the Kahawks, so a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play, as that one will belong to Nick Horace as well. So now he has 2 fouls.
Kahawks would have settled for Sprick taking that 3. Horace arrives late, trying to cut him off, and first basket of the night for Quincy.
And Sprick hits the free throw, so a 14-3 contest. Halfway through quarter number 1, Collinsville up 14-3. Kahawks with the ball, not anymore. That's their first turnover. They'll head back the other way, and with it is Dom Clay into the game, and now we're going to have a foul on the floor, and this one's going to go against Horace as well. He's going to have 3 fouls, and Nick Horace is going to have to take an early seat.
Well, that's unfortunate there. Coach Lee's going to have to call timeout. And
so timeout on the floor for Collinsville this time, and it is a 60-second timeout. We're back in that amount of time on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Back here at Baldwin Elementary School in Quincy, and I've already said it a couple of times, my scoreboard is not working, even though I've had 15 people ask.
Yeah, well, we'll just keep everybody up to date with the score best we can. If it comes back to work, we'll get it back in there.
I'm going to guess that's not going to happen. I'd have to shut the whole thing down for order that to happen.
Clay hits that 3.
Who did?
Clay on Quincy hits that 3.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to type a message in so everybody would stop asking. All right, 14-6 now. 3:25 to go here in this first quarter. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger over on the far side, throws the ball away, and it's saved. And we'll head back the other way. Collinsville off to a big 14-0 lead. And then all of a sudden, a couple of turnovers and a 3-pointer and another 3-pointer by Longcore. And Quincy's comeback has begun.
Yep, a 3-point play, then back-to-back threes here following a turnover.
Oh, that's a foul. Sprick ran right into Wilkinson, kind of threw a hip check in there, and that's Sprick's first, team second. Nick Horace stays in the game with his 3 fouls early in this contest. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger gives it up now for Remar. Remar out toward midcourt, gives it back up to Horace. Horace bluffs a 3, gives to Weisinger. Weisinger drives, shoots, glass, no good. And the rebound belongs to Quincy. They bring it back up, and we're going to have another foul, and this one is going to go against Wilkinson. So Collinsville with 4 fouls now. 2:38 left to play here in this opening quarter. It's been a whirlwind of a fast-paced first quarter, and here is Longcore with a 3-point shot. That one won't fall, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up and knocked out of bounds by Longcore, and it's going to stay in Collinsville's possession. 2:29 to play here in this opening quarter. 14-9 in favor of the Kahawks.
And a little bit of everything here already. Kahawks jump out to a huge lead, but then Quincy comes firing back. Got Nick Horace with 3 fouls. He's staying in the game.
Well, I didn't think for a second that Collinsville was going to be able to keep up that 14-0 pace. Here is Remar at the free throw line. Gives it to Wilkinson, who gives to Weisinger. Weisinger back over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for some room to drive baseline. Takes the shot. No good. Rebound belongs to Quincy. They bring it back up. And a little wait and see action. And now a turnover by Quincy as the rebound was knocked out of bounds by Dom Clay.
Down there, Wilkinson did a good job getting to the basket. Might have been some contact there you could have called, and then at least a run out there for Quincy.
2:05 left to go here in this first quarter. 14-9 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Horace. Horace picks up his dribble, gives it over to Weisinger. Weisinger back over toward the near sideline for Wilkinson. He directs traffic, gives it back to Weisinger. Weisinger in front of the student body cheering section for Quincy, so if it wasn't bad enough you couldn't see the sideline, you really can't down here at this corner. Here is Horace once again. Horace back out at the midcourt logo. Over to Weisinger. Weisinger comes away from the right wing and gives it up now for Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets a little separation, a little pop shot. Can't get it to fall. And the rebound knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Collinsville. 1:28 to go here in this first quarter. 14-9. Kahawks in the lead. Inbound pass comes into Jamori Weisinger. Hop, skip, and a jump through the lane, off the glass. Can't get it to go. Chambers had the rebound, but it's ripped right out of his hands by Thomas. And the Blue Devils work it back up. Here's Clay for three. That one's a little too strong. Rebound all the way back out at midcourt, taken by Quincy.
I gotta say, some good hustle there from Thomas. He really chased that ball down way outside the three-point line.
1 minute to go here in this opening quarter. 14-9 in favor of Collinsville. Get that out of here, says Zach Chambers on a big block. Back out to around the perimeter we go. Here is Longcore. Longcore inside the perimeter, and he gets triple teamed, and a foul as Thomas was heading toward the basket. This one's going to belong to Adam Remar. That'll be his first, team fifth.
Longcore did a good job of threading the needle just to get to the ball to Thomas.
So to the free throw line will go Thomas. Thomas on the year, 69% from the charity stripe. Comes in having hit 53 of 77, and the first one's good. One more shot coming up here for Thomas. And he'll make both. 14-11. Collinsville was up 14-0 and have not scored since.
Yeah, and that was within the first 4 minutes, so they, second half of this first quarter, have not found any points yet.
So the Kahawks work the ball up across the timeline. Here is Horace. Horace, spin move at the logo. Comes in, gives it up for Remar. Remar from the right corner, deeper inside the right corner now. Underhand dump off, and there you go. That breaks the string of an 11-0 run by Quincy. 16-11, Collinsville up front as we have 20 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Longcore, stands at midcourt. Quincy wanting to take the last shot. Get a little closer as we will head to quarter number 2. Longcore will launch a big three-pointer. That one's no good. Rebound put back up by Quincy, and another foul being handed out here to Collinsville.
Remar just thinking the ball is going to land in his hands there. Sprick comes flying in, gets in front of him, and then a little push from Remar as the ball comes down.
2.3 seconds left. Second foul on Remar. So he has 2. Horace has 3.
Yeah, so he has 2 and Horace has the 3, so you got to get them out here, and you don't want to get them any more fouls in the final 2 seconds of this quarter.
So Stanley Carnahan, who did not see any action in the early parts of Wednesday night's game, came in late as the Kahawks cleared the bench once the win was in order. And we're going to have a violation, and we're going to have a foul. This one is going to go against Sam Mulherron, yeah. I didn't even see it happen, but 1.6 seconds left for Collinsville to find something to do with this ball here. We'll see how they want to play it. Shelton will do the inbounding.
Horace is back in.
Yeah, Horace is back in, and from midcourt, a three-point shot off the backboard, but no good, and that's the way that the first quarter comes to a close. 16-11 in favor of Collinsville. We're back with second quarter action in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petrov Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petrov Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petrov Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrovtrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petrov Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Quincy. 16-11, fun first quarter. Collinsville went 3 for 3 on their first 3-point shots and have since missed 2 more, and Collinsville was blanked for a while after they got out to a 14-0 lead. Quincy rattled off 11 unanswered points before Collinsville finally got one more bucket in there before the quarter ended, and that's where we stand right now, 16-11.
Quincy ball start the second quarter.
Inbound will come over onto the far side from Ralph Wires. Wires into the backcourt for Longcore. Longcore directs traffic as he moves across the midcourt stripe. Biggest logo in the land, man, that Blue Devil head out there. Blue Devils back to work to Longcore, far side. Sprick just outside the lane. No room there. He was triple teamed. That means somebody's open. That would be Clay for 3. Good.
You're right. Somebody is open. Cats weren't able to get to Clay in time to close out on him his second 3 of the game.
16-14 in favor of Collinsville. We're just underway here in the second. Here is Weisinger to Matt Shelton. Over to Horace. Horace picks up his dribble early, gives to Shelton, who is on the run, to Wilkinson. He'll pop one from just outside the lane. That's good for 2. Weisinger now with 8 points. 18-14, Collinsville has the lead. 7:10 left to go here in quarter number 2. Here is Sprick, gets it to Wires, who gets it to Clay. Back over to Wires and Longcore. Cross court we go, as Quincy will throw it all around the perimeter. Sprick for 3, no good. Rebound. Collinsville almost blocked themselves out of a rebound. Now we're going to have a foul, and this one is going to belong to Mulherron. Mulherron will pick up his second.
Can't fault Mulherron for being aggressive there. It's 3 Kahok's down there. He had to really fight for that one if he wanted to get it. Ends up drawing the foul. He'll go back to the bench, and Thomas will come back in.
Collinsville will inbound underneath of the Quincy basket. Weisinger does so to Horace. Horace over to Shelton. A little bit of pressure being put on in the backcourt. Well, yeah, he might have stepped on the line, but it wasn't called. Here's Wilkinson driving to the basket, good for 2.
You can step on the line. As long as you're not completely across, you can go back. It's not until you're completely over. It's not as if you penetrate it. You have to continue forward. Well, Horace gets his 4th foul. Wow, that's
not good.
That's not good. They're trying to make it work. Unbelievably, he gets 4 fouls here in the first half, and we still got 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah,
have to take him to the bench. You can't have him foul out in the first half.
No, you cannot, and that's going to limit his playing time because you bring him back in, and he picks up that last one, and he doesn't have anything else to do. Thomas misses. And Collinsville with the ball. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson, another little pop shot. That one falls a little short, and the rebound belongs to Quincy. They bring it back up. Here is Wires, and they're going to say no. It's going to be a foul against Matt Shelton. I'll tell you what, man, these fouls are really lopsided here right now.
Yeah, last shot was a 1-and-1 for Quincy, and now they'll go back to another 1-and-1s. Wires will go to the line.
Wires on the year. 81% from the free throw line, 46 of 57 coming in, so he's pretty good at that. We'll get his first point from the charity stripe.
You got Horace as your main ball handler, and you're trying to, get the ball up across this zone. We'll see how the Cahoks will respond. To get the ball up the court and have who's going to handle this ball today.
Wires makes both, 20-16. Collinsville up by 4, 6:10 left to play here in this second quarter. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson on the far side, gives to Chambers, far side sideline, back to Wilkinson. Into the middle of the court now for Weisinger. Weisinger will take it over to the far sideline, give it up for Wilkinson again, into the corner. Weisinger, not a lot of room, back outside for Remar. Remar at the top of the key. On the left wing. Big long three-pointer. That one skips across the rim. No good. Rebound belongs to Quincy. They'll bring it back up. And another three-point try from the other side. That is Longcore, and that rebound belongs to Remar. So back the other way we go. Here is Wilkinson. He drives underneath, and that's not a foul.
Wow, Coach Lee's gonna be mad about that one.
Yeah, that's that. You know, if you're gonna call that ticky-tacky, he's out of bounds. Oh, come on.
Yeah, they're gonna call him out of. No, they're not.
They're calling another foul.
Oh, okay.
He stepped out of bounds before he ran into our player. This one's going to be on Remar. Now Remar has 3 fouls. Man, oh man.
And this is not the type of team that can afford to be in foul trouble. You really just play the 5 guys, Shelton the 6th man, and you know, you look at Reynolds and Carnahan who've gotten sparing playing time, and this really hasn't happened all year, especially in the first half of a game where we're just in all kinds of foul trouble.
Longcore at the free throw line, misses. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Jayhawks, they bring it back up. Collinsville up by 4, 20-16, 5:15 left to play here in this second quarter. In case you're just joining us, our scoreboard is broken, so we do not have a scoreboard. And a steal. And that turns into 2 points for Dom Clay.
And that's what's going to happen when you lose your ball handler out there.
2-point lead now for Collinsville. Still 5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Here is Weisinger. Why didn't you call that? Weisinger lost the ball. Stays with Collinsville.
Really got to get Jamori settled down here, handling this ball. Threw the one into the Blue Devil player, and just about turned it over again. Once again, with Horace not out there. Cal's having trouble holding the ball.
Into the backcourt for Weisinger. Weisinger. Excuse me. Gives to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, near sideline in front of the Quincy bench. Into the paint. Outside, Weisinger once again. Jamori over to Remar. Back to Jamori Weisinger. Weisinger gives it up now for Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Remar in front of the Blue Devils bench. Over to Shelton. Back over to Weisinger. Weisinger, far sideline. Bounce pass over to Remar. Collinsville, 3-point shot for Wilkinson. No good. And the rebound belongs to Zach Chambers. Collinsville back at it. Remar for 3.
There you go. Remar gets open for a 3. Owen was going to need that tonight. He knocked down a couple the other night.
Came into Wednesday night's game with 1 3-pointer made all year. He had 2 Wednesday night, has 1 here already. Collinsville up 23-18. Sprick, Thomas splits the defense. Good for 2 more.
Yeah, so unfortunately Remar can't be too aggressive there. He's just going to put his arms up, and hopefully Thomas makes some kind of mistake because he has 3 fouls, does Remar.
That's Thomas's first field goal. Everything else has come from the free throw line. Here is Weisinger, dumps it off now to Wilkinson. Wilkinson for 3, and that one just off of the rim, and the rebound belongs to Thomas. They'll bring it back up court, will the Blue Devils. Here is Wires over into the corner for Sprick. Across the way for Clay for 3. That one's no good, and Shelton with the rebound for the Jayhawks. Back the other way we go. Here is Wilkinson. He's double teamed and then has Longcore reaching in with those long arms. Over to Weisinger. He gets double teamed. There is Wilkinson. Baseline shot. Good for 2 more. And Wilkinson, he's off and running.
He's able to find his zone. Them short jumpos pulls up from him and is able to knock him down.
Wilkinson, the first one into double digits here. He has 11 in this first half. We have 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 2, 25-20 in favor of Collinsville. Out front we'll go to Clay. Clay with a right-hand dribble hands the ball off to Sprick. Back over to Wires. Wires over here on this left wing for Longcore. Longcore underhand pass back to Wires, and it ends up with Clay on the far side. Bounce pass back over to this side now for Longcore. Longcore back to Clay, wide open for 3. No good. Rebound. That's handled by Collinsville once again. Nice job there by Remar, considering he's in foul trouble. He didn't want to get rid of that ball at all. Weisinger, he'll launch a big-time 3. That's good!
There you go. Big-time shot. Jamori's trying to find his range. It's impossible to guard him if he's going to be that far out, and he knocks that one down.
28-20 in favor of Collinsville. We have 2:10 left to play here in this first half. Been a very entertaining first half. Here is Wires. Gets the ball over to Sprick in front of the Jayhawk bench. Far side for Longcore. Longcore back over to Sprick. Sprick wide open for 3, and that one rolls across the rim, and the rebound is wrestled away by Wilkinson. Collinsville brings the ball back up, and good for 2 for Jamori Weisinger.
Chaos get a run out after that one. Good job of the two guys fighting for the ball. Wilkinson just pulls it away from Thomas.
Weisinger now with 11. Wilkinson with 11. Collinsville up by 10.
Yeah, lead back up to 10, 30-20.
We are down to 90 seconds left to play here in this first half. Clay, top of the key. Big three, good.
Jamori didn't stray too far, but Clay with a silky smooth shot knocks that one down.
Jayhawks bring the ball back up. 80 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here's Matt Shelton. Shelton gets pressed into early duty as Nick Horace is caught with 4 fouls. Collinsville back over to Wilkinson for 3 more. That one falls a little short, and the rebound belongs to Quincy. Blue Devils bring it back up. And a big long 3, top of the key, no good. And another rebound for Remar. Over to Weisinger. Weisinger, far side sideline, brings it back out to midcourt.
Coach Lee wants them to hold for the last shot. Get everybody in the 4 corners.
40 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is Shelton. Shelton gives it up now for Wilkinson. Over to Weisinger. Weisinger with 30 seconds left, stands there with the ball. Loncourt providing the defense. Weisinger still back at midcourt, makes his move into the corner now for Chambers. Chambers all the way back out to midcourt for Shelton. Shelton, he'll stand there with the ball. We have 15 seconds left in this first half. Weisinger trying to get around Loncourt. Loncourt will get pegged for his first foul, and that is the team's 5th.
Yeah, so Quincy will do the extra aggressive defense there with some fouls to give. Chaos will get Remar out of there with his 3 fouls. Still trying to hold for this last shot. Got 9.6 left.
Chase Reynolds and Stanley Carnahan enter the game. Reynolds will handle the inbound duties over on the far sideline. And he does so to Weisinger in the backcourt. Weisinger brings the ball across, loses the ball. Wires finds it. How is that not a travel? Wires off the glass. Right at the buzzer. Weisinger mishandles the ball. Wires grabs it and somehow or another didn't get called for travel as he kind of pushed that ball across the floor.
Unfortunate series of situation there for the Jayhawks. Jamori just kind of dribbled it off his foot. Oh.
30-25.
All kinds of stuff went bad here, but we're up 5 at the half. Wow, what a half a play.
Collinsville was up 5 at the end of 1. They're up 5 at the end of 2, and that takes us into our halftime show, brought to you by my good friends at Woods Basement Systems. All things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, they've been doing their thing since 1986. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters. That number is 618-708-4055. Halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KayakSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Once again, we welcome you back to Quincy. Baldwin Elementary School is where we are, and the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. And here's what we got for you. We have the one score that really everyone cares about besides this one. That would be in the O'Fallon Class 4A Regional Championship between Belleville East and O'Fallon. And right now at halftime, Belleville East has a 5-point lead, 25-20. Here it is 30-25. A 5-point lead belongs to Collinsville. They had a 5-point lead after one quarter of play when it was 16-11. And then Collinsville ended up scoring 14 points here in this second quarter, and 14 points for Quincy as well. Leading scorers, we have 3 of them. All 3 have 11 points. One of those has come off the bench, and that would be Dom Clay for Quincy. Came off the bench and knocked down 3 3-pointers and a 2-pointer, and he has 11 points. Behind him, you have Keyshawn Thomas and Ralph Wires with 4, and Tyler Sprick and Bradley Longcore with 3. Collinsville, they have 2 players with 11 points. That's Jamori Weisinger and Jake Wilkinson. After that, 3 points apiece for Nick Horace and Adam Remar, and Zach Chambers with 2 points. Collinsville winning the rebound battle right now, but just barely 12-10. The turnovers are dead even at 4 apiece. And from the lines, Collinsville 1 of 1 from the free throw department. And obviously with all the fouls handed out in that first half, Quincy had a little bit more than just 1 shot at the free throw line. They had 7 and they made 5 of them. And from the three-point stripe, we have had 23 three-point shots taken here tonight in this contest. Collinsville is 5 for 10, while Quincy is 4 of 13. That is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Back with third quarter action in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Once again, welcome back to Quincy. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Glad that you're with us here on a Friday night. We got a good one, 30-25 in favor of Collinsville right now. And Chris Kettler, I don't know what to expect here in the second half after that wild and crazy first half, but one thing's for sure, not having Nick Horace on the floor for a long stretch may prove to be detrimental.
Yeah, it really was. There were a lot of turnovers you saw at the very end of the half there. Just he's the man you wanted to have, taking care of the ball for this team. He turns the ball over sometimes himself, but overall, he's the man you want to have with the ball here. But they've got to get through the next couple minutes here without him, and then get him back out there pretty quickly here. We'll see if we can get some good minutes out of Shelton, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
All right, we are underway. Collinsville with the ball, and here is Wilkinson. We're underway in the third quarter, 30-25 in favor of Collinsville. Once again, apologies. Scoreboard not working. Three-point shot, good, right off the bat.
Just like the first half.
You're Jake Wilkinson, and Collinsville is off and running here in half number 2. Quincy, do they have an answer? Here is Wires on the far side. Wires to Longcore. Longcore deep over here for Brown, and then over onto the far side for Wires once again. Back to Brown. Brown at the top of the key. Over to Wires. Over to Sprick. Sprick in front of his own bench, picks up his dribble, back out to midcourt, and then around the horn we go to Longcore. Longcore throws the ball away.
Throws it away. Yeah, Quincy trying them deep passes across the court, trying to catch Calyx to be a little slow-footed, and that was just an errant one there.
So Matt Shelton still on the floor as Nick Horace is sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. 3 of those fouls came real early. Here is Weisinger, gets it over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson deep out on that right wing. Gives it back up to Weisinger. Long three-point shot. Good! Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's found his range. He's not, you leave him open. Jamori's been knocking him down here tonight. Back-to-back threes for the Cahoks, just like the first half was.
Collinsville up by 11 now. Cahoks started off with a 14-0 score. Here is Sprick trying to answer with a 3, and he does.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't leave the guy open at the top of the key there. That's just too much of a breakdown there.
Collinsville looking to bring the ball back across the timeline. 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Here is Shelton. Shelton being guarded by Wires. Has the ball knocked out of his hand. Wires ends up with it. And each team now with a turnover here in the second half. Sprick hits the ball over to Brown. Back over to Sprick. Sprick over to Wires and to Longcore. And quick give and goes. And underneath off the glass. No good for Thomas. Gets his own rebound. And Quincy resets. Here is Sprick into the paint. Underhand pass. And that's good. Off the glass for Thomas. And back to a 6-point game now. Collinsville in the lead, 36-30. 5:55 to go here in quarter number 3. A dump-off pass, and somehow or another, Collinsville trying to stay with it. They can't. That ball was volleyed around about 7 times. 3-point shot, no good. And the smallest guy on the court comes down with the ball.
And he calls timeout. Great job by Shelton.
Yeah, Shelton called a timeout as he was laying on the floor. Nice heads-up play by the Kahok senior. A 30-second timeout comes your way on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back here at Quincy, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Glad that you're with us on this Friday night. Class 4A championship from Quincy. Right now, Collinsville out front 36-30, 5:40 left on the clock here in this third quarter. Kahawks missing Nick Horace right now. 3 early fouls in that first quarter. Added another one in the second. He has 4. So he is probably not going to see action for a while. Matt Shelton comes in his stead, and Shelton has the ball over on the left wing. Back over to Weisinger. Weisinger to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over onto the far side wing now for Remar, and back to Wilkinson it goes. He finds Chambers. Chambers gets mugged underneath, and finally a call. This one is going to go against Ralph Wires. That'll be his first, and that will send Mr. Chambers to the free throw line. 56% on the year for Zach. And he's up there shooting 2. First one, good.
That's what we need. We need to knock down these free throws. They were real big in the second half on Wednesday. Kahawks really just knocked them all down as Edwards fouled a lot in that game. So
yes, they did.
Take our opportunities here at the line. I don't know if there's going to be a lot in this game.
Misses, but there is Remar with the rebound. He'll put it back up. Still won't get it to go in. Gets his own rebound. Trying to get some separation. Finally does. 3-point shot. Weisinger. That rolls all the way around the rim. Chambers with a rebound, and he'll go back to the line.
When all that started, Thomas of Quincy really took a tumble there, and he wasn't able to get the ball. And Kahawks have some second and third opportunities here underneath the basket, and haven't got them, but they still got this possession.
Longcore picks up his second foul. Quincy with 2 team fouls, and Collinsville. Jeez, like, get out of my way, man. Little dude's trying to do his job. Weisinger, he is set to trigger the inbound. Offset to the left of the backboard, and oh man. Thomas slapped that ball out before it got in, and it hit the referee right in the midsection. Good thing it didn't get a little bit higher, or that referee would probably be still on the ground.
Well, Thomas has really got to watch that. As if he reaches over the line, that's a technical foul.
Weisinger, Wilkinson, back to Jamori. He'll get out of the corner, and a shovel pass over to Remar, back to Weisinger. Weisinger inside now for Wilkinson. He'll hit one from about 10 feet out, but that won't fall. And the rebound belongs to Quincy. Here is Sprick to Longcore. Inside now a dump off underneath. Thomas off the glass. It's good. Another 5-point game here. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. 37-32 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson almost lost the ball. Collinsville having a hard time with it. Now it goes out of bounds, and it's going back the other way.
think you're getting close to time. You got to get Horace back out there. You got to just hope he can get through it without getting that 5th foul, but you're going to need him here real soon.
Now, I mean, there's nothing Nick Horace can do when Weisinger and Wilkinson are turning the ball over. Here is Longcore, long deep 3, no good. Rebound belongs to Chambers.
One thing I think Longcore just hasn't found his range tonight. He just has the 1-3, I believe.
Longcore, yeah, that's all he has is the 3 points. Yeah, 3-point shot. Here is Weisinger, almost lost that ball as well. Gives it up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over on that right wing, trying to bounce it up inside the Chambers, and Collinsville will turn the ball over again. Here is Sprick. Sprick at the top of the key. Gives it up now for Brown. Back over to Sprick and then to Longcore. Longcore into the corner. Wires wide open for 3. That one's a little short, and the rebound belongs to Sprick.
Man, Sprick's done that a lot. He just finds himself up underneath there trying to rebound, and it's been successful.
Underneath, Thomas, reverse layup, won't go. And there is Chambers with the rebound. 37-32, Collinsville up by 5, 3:20 to go. Here in quarter number 3, Weisinger with the ball. Jamori bounces it to Shelton. Shelton back over to Weisinger, who gets it over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it over to Remar. Remar deep out on the right-hand wing. Now over to the left side. Shelton thought about the 3. Weisinger will take the 3. Just missed that one. Falls a little short. Rebound belongs to Thomas and Quincy. Blue Devils bring it back up. Free throw line. Longcore. Thomas shot. No good. Remar. He gets the rebound. There is Weisinger. Weisinger into the corner for Shelton. Back out under the wing. And Jamori being watched there by Brown. Takes it all the way back over to midcourt, and a push from behind by Brown. That'll be his first, team 3rd.
Yeah, some heavy defense there from Brown, and they'll call that one. Chase Reynolds in here.
Reynolds is going to come in and take the place of Matt Shelton.
Yeah, I mean, Shelton's played this whole quarter. You know, his playing time has been, you know, not as much as some of these other guys, so you probably got to give him a break.
Wilkinson in front of the scorer's table. Gives it up now for Reynolds, who gives it to Weisinger. Weisinger to Wilkinson. Wilkinson dribbles, cuts through the paint, takes a little hook shot, won't fall. Rebound, comes out deep. Weisinger has it and throws one into Chambers. Chambers, Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's shot just a little too far. That is a rebound by Chambers. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson wants to use players as a screen. Underneath the basket, has the ball knocked out of his hands. And another turnover here for Collinsville. They get the ball up quickly to Brown. Brown is fouled by Weisinger. That'll be his first, team's first. 1:58 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. 37-32 in favor of Collinsville. Class 4A Regional Championship on the line. The winner will get the winner of the O'Fallon-Belleville East game Tuesday night at Alton. Here is Brown at the free throw line. First shot good. Brown's first points of the night. Brown comes in. That is an 83% free throw shooter, 52 of 63. That's pretty good. One more shot for Camden Brown, and that one's as good as well. 37-34. Collinsville leads by 3. We're under 2 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger moving the ball up, trying to get around Brown. He is across the timeline. Weisinger over to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, far sideline. To Chambers, just outside the lane. Chambers kicks it back out front now for Weisinger. Weisinger, top of the key, gives it up for Chase Reynolds once again. We're down to 90 seconds in the 3rd quarter. 37-34 Collinsville. Big long 3. Oh,
no
yeah.
Way.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You got me thinking, Todd, what are you thinking there? Holy cow, why is he shooting from there? But
he was almost in the locker room, wasn't he?
Yeah, another step and he's out of bounds.
40-34. Collinsville back up by 6. Here is Dom Clay, who's back into the game. Over to Sprick. Back over to Clay, who gets it to Brown, who gets it to Longcore. Longcore being watched over there by Remar in front of the Quincy student body cheering section. Here's a 3-point try. That one's good. A nice answer there by Dom Clay. That's his 4th 3-pointer of the night.
He's got a great shot, man. And he comes off the bench for them.
Down to 45 seconds in the third. Here is Wilkinson. He drives baseline, lost the ball. How did he had it poked out? Yep, it was poked out.
It was poked out, so then why is Remar going at it? They might have to discuss if Remar touched it out last. That's probably what's going to get ruled here. Remar went down there in the corner, chased it down, and
yep, they're going to change it.
And I don't think it was changed because it wasn't tipped out. It was just because Remar chased it down out of bounds.
In case you can't hear, this place is packed. I mean, you can see across the way where the camera is, almost every seat is filled. It's the same thing right here below us. So Collinsville turns the ball over for the 10th time. They only turned it over 4 times in the first half, so 6 times already here in this quarter. We're under a minute to go. Third quarter, 40-37. Collinsville has had the lead throughout this game. Encore and the Blue Devils want to play for the last shot of the quarter. They'll have to hold the ball for another 20 seconds.
Let's talk about that sectional game. They had 3 buzzer beaters at the end of the quarters, including the game in that game, and they got into the first half tonight with the buzzer beater.
There is Sprick. Sprick gets it up to Loncourt. We're down to 8 seconds. Loncourt throws it back over, and a whistle. That's a travel, right?
Yeah, it looks like that.
I couldn't see.
The referee's up under there where we can't see it, so Loncourt traveled.
4.1 seconds to go as Remar and Nick Horace will check into the game. Horace coming in for those ball handling skills. His chances of committing a foul on offense are pretty slim, so they bring him in. Here is Wilkinson up underneath, no good, and that is the way that the third quarter comes to a close. 40-37 in favor of your Collinsville K-Hawks. Fourth quarter action. That comes your way next on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the K-Hawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Once again, we welcome you back to Baldwin Elementary School here in Quincy. Blue Devil Gymnasium is where we are. Glad that you are with us on a very chilly Friday night. Last Friday night in February. That always means basketball playoffs. And we are down to the final quarter, 40-37. Collinsville outscored in that third quarter, 12-10. And the 5-point lead has dropped down to 3. Here is Quincy with the ball, and here is Loncourt. Loncourt hands the ball to Brown, who gives to Sprick. Sprick at the midcourt logo, gives it back up to Loncourt. Loncourt deep over on the right wing in front of his bench, back over to the far side. Sprick, he'll launch a 3 from anywhere. That one falls a little short, and the rebound belongs to the K-Hawks. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Looking to extend this lead. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger gets double teamed, and a timeout called by Weisinger. He saw the double team coming and decided he was going to go ahead and take a timeout before he ended up getting trapped. So we will take another timeout, and it's a 60-second timeout. Back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game, and go K-Hawks. Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet, it's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Back to action. A missed three-pointer by Collinsville ends up going out of bounds. And the Kahawks will turn the ball back over. Quincy will try to dig into this three-point lead a little bit. Here is Longcore. Longcore brings the ball up across the timeline. Collinsville not putting any pressure into the backcourt as of yet. Over to Brown, to Sprick. Sprick, one dribble, bounce pass to Longcore. He thought about the three, but Horace got there quickly. Here is Sprick, kicks it over to Brown. There comes a three. That one rattles but won't fall. Collinsville, they pick up another rebound on a missed three-point shot. Here come the Kahawks across the line to Wilkinson. Over to Remar. Remar in front of his bench. Gets it back over to Weisinger, who gives it to Nick Horace. Horace is out there with 4 fouls, and those 4 fouls all happened in the first half. And a foul coming up against Dom Clay. That'll be his first and the team's 4th here in this second half. And to the free throw line will go Mr. Adam Remar. Remar, his first trip to the free throw line here in this one, and he comes in at 75% on the year from the free throw line.
Yeah, Remar trying to drive in there. Caught Quincy by surprise.
First shot from Adam, good.
That one really rattled around.
Sure did. 41-37, fourth quarter action. 6:35 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Again, apologies for no scoreboard. And Remar, he's good on both of them. We had the same problem the other night before I got on the air. I had to shut everything down and bring everything back up, and then I got it to work, but I didn't have that luxury here tonight. It stopped working as we were on the air. Here is Longcore for 3. That one's good. That's all of his points tonight. He's got 2 3-pointers.
He's bound to knock another one down. And this leads down to 2 points.
Yeah. Longcore leads this team this year. He came in with 362 points on the year, averaging 12.5 a game. Collinsville dumps it off, and a foul on the floor. And this one might belong to Sprick. And it will. Sprick will pick up his second. Team's 5th. 6:03 left to play here in quarter number 4. 42-40 Collinsville. Inbound pass being triggered by Horace. All the way out front to Remar, who hands it off to Wilkinson, who gives to Weisinger. Weisinger out front now for Horace. Horace over to Remar. Back over to Nicky Tony. Horace, far side sideline. Looking to use Chambers as a screen. Yep, got his pocket pick from behind. And Collinsville with another turnover here in this second half. Here is Longcore. All the way over for Brown, and he misses it. Rebound, though, belongs to Quincy. They go back to work. Here is Sprick on the left wing. He'll give it up to Longcore in the midcourt logo. 5.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. 42-40 in favor of Collinsville. Brown, bounce pass to Sprick. Sprick gives it up now for Clay. Clay. On the near sideline, Thomas. That one's tipped all around, and Sprick stayed with it.
Yeah, he stayed with it. The ball was really tipped, and this Quincy crowd comes alive as the Blue Devils have finally tied this up.
There is Weisinger into the corner. Wilkinson, no good. And the rebound. That was a jump ball.
Jump ball. It's Collinsville's ball.
Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville on a very quick jump ball call, but I agree with it. Both of them clamped down at the same time.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see Jake nail down that 3, silence this crowd. It is really alive now.
You ain't kidding. Wilkinson inbounds, Wilkinson gets the inbound, count the bucket and the bruise.
There you go. Great set from underneath the basket. Coach Lee calls great play. Wilkinson didn't hit the 3, but the Kahawks will try to get this 3-point play.
Sprick picks up another foul, 2 in a row for him. He now has 3. Wilkinson at the free throw line while Coach Lee talks to the other 4 players in front of the scoring table. Wilkinson 1 for 1 from the charity stripe in this one.
thing about this team is I just don't think our team gets rattled. You throw something at us, well, we'll just go to the next play. We'll see what happens. This team doesn't get rattled. We saw in the St. Louis game, and let's see how this composure is here for the rest of this game. Got the lead back.
17 points now for Wilkinson after that made free throw. 45-42 in favor of Collinsville. 3-point lead, 4:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Sprick gets the ball to Thomas, who's outside of the perimeter. He dribbles, he drives, he shoots, and he scores.
Thomas has that where he can drive in. He got Chambers drawn out a little bit out of position enough, and he just went for it, and good job by young Thomas.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore. Bounce pass out to midcourt. That is Horace over to Weisinger. Weisinger inside the paint for Wilkinson. Wilkinson underhands it to Remar. Remar gives it to Horace. Horace underneath the basket. Can't get it to fall. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by Collinsville. So Quincy trailing by just 1 point, 45-44. Now referees want to talk about it. I don't know what they're talking about at midcourt.
Yeah, that's one you want. You can't afford to miss it when you get a little underneath opportunity like that. And, well, we're back to play. I don't know what they're talking about, but we're going to continue on.
We are. Close game. Wouldn't expect anything more. Quincy won last year by 2 in the sectional semifinal. At Collinsville, here is Longcore going coast to coast, and he's fouled.
Well, we ain't seen that from him tonight. His first time driving in, and he can go to the line and give Quincy their first lead of the night.
Zach Chambers picks up his first foul, just the team's second. So really, all in all, not a bad foul. To the free throw line, Longcore. Longcore 0 for 1 from the charity stripe in the first half. First shot on the way, and that one's good. We are tied. Longcore trying to give his team the lead for the first time tonight, and he does.
And that's where Quincy will call timeout.
Timeout on the floor. We will take a timeout as well, and we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Quincy has their first lead of the night. It's by 1 point. Collinsville has the ball, trying to get that lead right back. Kahawks. Weisinger. Weisinger all the way back out toward midcourt. Bounces one in for Wilkinson, who gives to Remar. Remar back over to Weisinger. Weisinger. Uh-oh. That's into the corner. And now Longcore with it. Collinsville, just a few too many turnovers here in this second half. They had 4 in the first half. They've had 10 in the second half. Here is Longcore. He dribbles and drives off the glass. No good. Collinsville pulls down the rebound. Kahawks with another opportunity to get the lead back. Wilkinson bluffs the 3, works inside. That ball is knocked out of bounds, and Collinsville's turnover problems continue.
Jake's done that a few times, just finds himself down there on the baseline with nothing to do, gets lost, and done a couple turnovers there. Got to get a stop now.
Quincy brings the ball back up. We're down to 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 46-45. Quincy with a 1-point lead. Here is Longcore. Longcore hands the ball off with an underhand pass to Brown, gets it right back, drives into the paint, takes the shot. Chambers blocks that one out of there. Collinsville, they bring it back. And a bluff pass. And now Wilkinson waits. No good. Off the glass. Good by Nick Horace. Nick's first point since hitting a three-pointer early in this game. Collinsville back out by 1, 47-46, 2:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Thomas for Quincy. Thomas in front of his own bench. He'll give the ball to Sprick. Sprick trying to get out of trouble over there. Gives the ball up now for Clay. Clay, he'll travel in front of his own bench. Pulls up, cuts through the paint, takes the shot. Nope, dumps it off for Sprick. Sprick with a three-point shot. That's good.
Dribble drive in there by Quincy. Kicks it back out. Big shot by Sprick. Knocks it down. Kahok need to respond.
49-47. Quincy up by 2. Here is Remar. Gives it up now for Horace. Horace back to Remar. Free throw line. Shot. No good. It's a little short. Rebound belongs to Quincy. They're running out of time, kids. 1:35 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Longcore. Quincy's only up by 2. Here comes Brown. Brown at the midcourt logo. Gives it up now for Clay. Clay back over to Brown, who gives it to Sprick. Sprick, that kid can hit three-pointers from anywhere, man. He could hit that from the locker room. Here is Longcore. Longcore, top of the key. Backs all the way up to midcourt. 1:10 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Weisinger picks up his second foul. It's only the team's third. So Collinsville has some fouls to give. And they start that process with 1:09 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
And it's going to be a process here to make sure the right guys get the fouls. Remar will go to the bench. You can't have Horace foul anybody. You got 2 more fouls, or well, 4 more fouls to pick up before they'll go to the line.
Quincy with the ball and the 2-point lead. There is Longcore. Longcore being challenged. Matt Shelton's like, I'll take that challenge. At the free throw line. All he's doing is trying to waste time. Here is Longcore.
Just need to get a foul.
Foul against Shelton. .6 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Quincy Blue Devils. Into the backcourt it goes to Longcore. Almost tipped away by Shelton. And then, oh, come on now. Longcore ran into Shelton.
Yeah,
They're going to call Shelton for it.
He's lowering the shoulder there.
Sure did.
I'd like to have gotten that one offensively, but kind of when you end up with the team that's trying to foul it, more or less, that call's going to go against you.
5th foul as a team against Collinsville as they get it to Brown. Brown travels right underneath the basket, gives to Sprick, who gives the Longcore. Quincy, they're just trying to waste time. They don't even care about taking a shot. All the way back out to Wires. Wires. Underhands over to Sprick. We're down to 25 seconds. Into the corner it goes. Coming out with it and kicking it back out to midcourt, Longcore. Longcore over to Wires. Wires back over to Brown. Brown gets fouled. That one's going to go against Chambers. Chambers will pick up his second. That is the 6th team foul. So 1 more foul and we're going to the free throw line.
Wow, Quincy has used a lot of the time here.
17.4 seconds is all we have left. Collinsville trails by 2, 49-47.
So you got to get Horace out of there. So anybody, and everybody has to just get a foul here.
Yeah, that's the 7th foul. So it's free throw time for Quincy. Collinsville really didn't have any other choice because they've got to try to get the ball back as Chambers will pick up his 3rd foul. 15.8 seconds to go. Thomas at the free throw line. 69% on the year, and Coach Lee would like a timeout. Collinsville had 2 timeouts, so One more left, and it's a 60-seconder back in that time on the Kahok Sports Network. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. 15.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2-point game, 49-47. Quincy with the 2-point lead, and to the free throw line is Keyshawn Thomas, the 6'6 sophomore. Thomas is 2 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. Kahawks are hoping for a miss, but there's the first one. And now Collinsville hoping for a miss here to keep it a one-possession game.
Quincy will take everybody off the line here. Get back on defense in case of a miss.
Thomas ready with the next shot. And it's good. Two-possession game. Not a lot of time left. Here is Weisinger. Gets it over to Chambers. Back to Jamori. He's trapped in the corner. And he's going to have to throw it all the way back out front. That's a turnover. And that is pretty much going to do it.
They got a foul before that dunk occurred.
Oh, no. They're not going to count that, are they?
No, there was a foul at midcourt before the dunk. We didn't hear the whistle, but...
How could you? So a foul. That one belongs to Adam Remar. That's his fourth. And to the free throw line, it is going to be Ralph Wires. Wires, first shot, good. 3.8 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Wires, one more shot, and that one's good as well. That's going to do it. 53-47, final score. Quincy will move on, travel to Alton to take on Belleville East or O'Fallon as Quincy came all the way back after trailing 14-0 in the first quarter. They took their first lead with 3:56 left to play here in the fourth quarter. A rash of turnovers really spelt doom for the Kahawks, and Collinsville ends up losing this one by 6 points, or excuse me, 55-50. What?
53-47 was the final score.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Wish that was the final score.
Yeah, I hear you. 53-47, and we have post-game coverage, and that will be coming your way in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here in Quincy, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Quincy wins this one tonight, 53-47, and they will move on to sectional semifinal action Tuesday night at Alton, where they will take on either Belleville, East, or O'Fallon, whoever wins that regional, which is going on right now. Collinsville had a 14-0 lead in the first quarter before Quincy could even find an answer, and that was halfway through the first quarter. But Quincy battled all the way back, took their very first lead of this game with 3:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. And then Collinsville, they had too many turnovers, man. They had 12 turnovers in that second half, and Quincy outscored the Kahawks in that fourth quarter 16-7 to pull away and come out victorious here tonight. Leading scorer for, the whole game, two of them belong to Collinsville. Jamori Weisinger and Jake Wilkinson each had 17 points. Adam Remar and Nick Horace had 5. Horace being in foul trouble very early on did not help the cause here for Collinsville tonight. Zach Chambers ended up with 3 and no points off of the bench for Collinsville. They had some big points off of the bench for Quincy. Dom Clay came in and he is the leading scorer for Quincy. He had 14 points, all of those coming off the bench. 12 points for Keyshawn Thomas. Tyler Sprick had 11. Longcore, who averages double digits, was held to 8 in this game. Ralph Wires had 6, and Camden Brown had 2. The rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville won the battle of the boards, out-rebounding Quincy 23-15. 16 turnovers for Collinsville, and as I mentioned, 12 of those came in the second half. 7 turnovers total for Quincy. They also had 4 turnovers in the first half, but only committed 3 more in that second half. From the lines, Collinsville hit 4 of 5 from the free throw stripe, while Quincy hit 13 of 17. And we had a three-point shooting fest here tonight. Quincy went 9 of 22 from beyond the three-point stripe, while Collinsville went 8 of 15. It was a very good year for your Collinsville Kahawks, but once again, Chris Keller, they fall a little short to a very good Quincy team. And considering the fact that they have 2 seniors, one of them played tonight, the other one didn't, they're going to be just as good next year.
Yeah, it's going to continue for Quincy. They made the super sectional last year, and they got a lot of talent on this team. The second year in a row, they take out the Kahawks, and it was the recipe for, how you beat the Kahawks. Turnovers. If the Kahawks can take care of the ball, they were in it for most games, and second half it just snowballed there and gave Quincy all they could handle here in their own on their home court here tonight, but how this Kahok team was going to get beat, this was what it was going to look like, and the foul trouble didn't help. This team was fun to watch this year, and turn the page, and best of luck to Quincy.
Yep, best of luck to Quincy is right. So that's going to do it for us for the winter sports season. That's putting a close to the cold weather portion of our schedule. We have a little bit of time off as we're not back with you again until the 14th of March. That'll be girls soccer's home opener against Granite City. Just a couple of days later, we have the softball home opener against Mascoutah. And then I believe we're going to travel out to Belleville West for a baseball game between Collinsville and Jacobs. That's on the 17th. And, of course, don't forget about boys volleyball. It starts a little later. Our first game will be the season and the home opener on the 23rd. And that one is going to be against Granite City at Collinsville's gym. Joining us now on the postgame show is Collinsville assistant head coach Eric Anderson. Coach, man, that's a tough loss, man. You had a 14-0 lead to start off with, and Quincy didn't take a lead until 4 minutes to go in the quarter, and it just got a little sloppy there for your guys at the end.
Yeah, it did. Too many turnovers kind of did us in. Couldn't ask for a better start. We came out aggressive. Knock shots down early is what we were preaching, and we did that. We got in a little foul trouble with Nick Horace. Obviously, that hurt getting in a little foul trouble with him. So,
yeah,
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, man, you guys were on fire for three-point shots. I think you hit your first four of your four three-point shots taken, and you guys were off and running. So, tell me, I it's going to be hard to coach when your ball handler is in foul trouble early like that.
Yeah, and Nick Horace, he does so much for us. He's our point guard. He's our leader on the floor. He does so many rebounds. He's our best defender. And without him in the game, he got a couple cheap fouls. And we chose to leave him in the game with 3 fouls. And he usually does a pretty good job playing with fouls. And he's that valuable. We can't afford to have him on the bench that long. And we kind of thought, if he's not out there, we're in trouble. And we survived for a while without him, and then we had to get him back in there. But, yeah, unfortunately, he went for a 50-50 ball, got tangled up, got called for a foul. And, most of the time over the years, I know Coach Lee, he'll play some of those players with fouls, and usually it works out. We get the minutes out of them, and this time he got us fourth. We had to sit him for a while, and that led to some turnovers overall. And our offense wasn't as fluid as it would have been with him out there. They're pressed, they're long. Quincy's long, and they really pressure you up front. And, I'm really proud of our guys. I thought they did a good job considering. So,
yeah, hats off to Quincy, man. They're a tough team. We know that. You played them last year in the tournament. You played them last year in the sectional semifinals. This year they get you again. And like I was saying to Chris, they've only losing 2 seniors, and one of them doesn't even start. They're going to be just as good next year.
Yeah, they're tough. They're really tough. They had, 14 off the bench for them? Had 4 or 5 threes.
Yep.
What a weapon off the bench. And, yeah, they're deep. They got a lot of depth. They can run guys in and out of there and not miss a beat. And, yeah, they're obviously a tough team to beat, especially in this environment on their home floor. It got loud in here a few times.
Oh, it got real loud. All right, and you guys struggled getting the ball into the paint to your big guys. It was just hard to get it in there.
Yeah, the way they're pressuring the ball with their length. They're fronting the post. And it was tough. The couple times we got it in there, I felt like they fouled and we didn't get much out of it. And but credit to them, they did a good job, and they do have some length and size to counter Zach inside, but. Yeah, I agree. We had a tough time getting it in there.
Yeah, guys, yourselves losing 3 seniors to graduation. You guys should be all right next year too, I think.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine, but Zach Chambers and Matt Shelton and Adam Remar, those guys they play their heart out, and we got some tears flowing in that locker room right now, and, we'll get back and we'll have a meeting probably Monday. We'll talk to them. We'll talk to the team, and we'll go from there. But yeah, you hate to have your season end like this, especially with the kind of start we had to this game. Things were looking good, but it can change in a heartbeat. And credit to Quincy. They didn't keep coming. They kept coming, and they didn't quit. And they just kept coming, and they knocked shots down, got them back in the game, got some momentum, and their crowd carried them. And yeah, it was unfortunate we had to end this way for those seniors, but. They're definitely going to be missed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we thank you for the visit. I know it's tough coming up here and talking about a loss like this, but we appreciate it.
All right, Todd. Appreciate you guys for the whole season, too, and I know everyone back home appreciates you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that comment.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Eric Anderson, the assistant coach for your Collinsville Kahok team. That's going to do it for us a big thank you to Coach Lee joining us in the postgame show, and again to Coach Anderson joining us here in this postgame show. Did I say that about Lee? Pre-game show for Coach Lee, postgame show for Coach Anderson. Big thank you along the way all year long to everybody that's helped out, the Roseman brothers and Matt Clark and Dr. Chris McCluskey and obviously Chris Kettler over here and everybody else that has helped make basketball season fun for us here on the Kahok Sports Network. All right, well, we're not back to you until springtime with the girls soccer game on the 14th. So for everybody else, tough loss, I know. And we'll be back home in a couple hours, and we'll see you on the other side of March. And until then, everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.